President Donald Trump found guilty on all 34 counts, the so-called hush money trial. Trump expected to appeal.
But what do potential voters in Southern California think about today's verdict? Fox 11's Hal Eisner live in Santa Monica, where he posed that question. Hal?
Yeah, right after the verdicts were announced, we came here to 3rd Street Promenade to try to get sort of a pulse of the people. We talked to Republicans, Democrats, and independents, and here's some of what they told me. What's your reaction?
I'm pleased. Justice has prevailed. New Yorkers are smart.
What's your reaction?
My reaction is I never thought this would actually occur, but I'm quite happy that justice was served. I mean, he's obviously guilty. All the evidence was there.
To me, it's disappointing, you know, but it is what it is. I guess if it's a fair trial, then, you know, well, guess we'll deal with it.
Are you still going to vote for him if he's on the ballot?
Anybody but Joe Biden.
But would you vote for Donald Trump?
I would.
Convicted?
Absolutely.
Were you thinking about voting for Donald Trump?
I mean, it crossed my mind, obviously. Like, I looked into this background, but no, I'm probably not going to vote for Donald Trump.
Why?
Because he's a criminal.
That young voter, 19 years old, looking forward to his first presidential election. Right before we talked to some of these voters, we talked to officials with the California Democratic and Republican parties, and here's some of what they told me.
I just feel the American people will see through this, whether you like him or not. And I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. I think the facts are there. I think the facts that, you know, he didn't want this to come out. I mean, sure, who would want that to come out? But whether he broke any laws or not, that's a whole different story.
Politics aside, he is not above the law. And those are the reasons why the jury chose to convict him. He'll probably appeal, which will be a long process. But the reality is that today he is guilty.
So it seems like on a very small sampling, people are divided very much like they were before the verdicts. However, it'll be interesting to see, I think, how people flesh out their feelings over the next few days after they've had a little bit of time to process what happened today. At 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, I'm Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News. Back to you.
So really, Hal, what you found in Santa Monica is representative of what we're seeing across the country, really, the division.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And, you know, it's interesting to me. I'm not sure that I processed it enough to understand, but people came into the verdicts with a feeling, and they seem to be coming out of it with the feelings. But obviously, over the next few days, we're going to see polls. We're going to see, you know, efforts to try to find out how this has affected their thinking, and maybe there'll be a new story.
Yeah.
And we don't know also what he's going to be sentenced to. And if he's actually sentenced to time behind bars, and that may impact the way people feel about all this as well. Hal Eisner, thanks for your reporting tonight.